Happy Friday, everybody. It's hashtag FAQ Friday live from AJ Lakes HQ in Windermere. And this week's frequently asked question is follow on from last week, where we were discussing about flexibility in the workplace for your team to attract a new generation or attract a new group of people and to actually make our industry more attractive to work in. So lots of questions were coming off the back of that, but I'd already got questions in last week about what is the best communication tools to ensure that you can, and strategies that you can manage a flexible workforce in hospitality. So how can you do this to ensure this happens, but do it effectively and efficiently so it doesn't ruin the business or it doesn't affect it in a negative way? So when you're looking at managing a flexible workforce in hospitality, it can be like, grabbing your hair, really thinking, what on earth, how do I do this? But I want to give you some of the best communication tools and strategies. There's lots out there, but when you look at mobile-friendly messaging apps like WhatsApp, lots of people are using this for groups anyway, but if you had all your team on this, it's great. It's widely used for a quick, informal updates and team communication. You've also got things like Slack, which offers organised channels for different departments or topics, and it's ideal for team collaboration. But think about what will your team use. If there's a last minute availability for a shift, what will they see first? And if it's something they're constantly going on like WhatsApp, great. But if they're not going on Slack regularly, it's not notifying them, then you might not find that as ideal as the other one. But there's lots of apps out there. Depends. You've got to remember, what do your teams go on? So you've got the real-time communication with staff working flexible schedules or remotely. You've got video conferencing tools, things like Zoom, useful for virtual team meetings, training sessions and one-to-one check-ins if needed. You can also use Messenger, all sorts of other items, but you can do refreshers with those, and video calls can help maintain face-to-face interaction even with a dispersed workforce. So if you've got different teams all over the country, for example, you don't want everything all on one screen, but potentially if you've got a selection of the team where you could all have that communication, but done strategically, it will really help. So comprehensive workplace platforms like Google Workspace provides a massive suite of tools, including email, document sharing, calendar management, etc. You've got things like Harry that offers features specifically designed for hospitality, including custom messaging groups and a newsfeed for important updates. So these are great platforms. These platforms centralize various communication and collaboration functions. So look at that to see how best you can use the software and platforms to help your business. And then we're looking at scheduling software. And lots of people do scheduling on Excels, but there are software out there to help and support you. Advanced scheduling software that allows employees to input availability and swap shifts within defined parameters. This massively helps flexible schedules whilst ensuring adequate staffing during peak hours and peak times. And look at internal communication platforms. What have you got internally? Platforms with features like custom message groups, news feeds and multimedia sharing capabilities is a great tool, especially if you're wanting to share content to marketing. These tools can help create targeted communication channels based on roles, locations or responsibilities. So great for if you've got a training matrix and roles and responsibilities. So strategies for effective communication is it has to be implementing clear communication protocols to ensure all team members stay informed and connected, that you've not got a million different groups on WhatsApp, because people shut off if it's consistently pinging away. And if you've got hundreds of messages to catch up on, it's never going to work. With people who are busy, they're not going to read it, and they're not going to catch up. It's too overwhelming. So use a mix of communication methods, but keep it consistent. Instant messaging for quick updates, video calls for more in-depth discussions if something needs to happen, like your prayer meetings. Establish regular check-ins to maintain accountability and monitor performance. And then create targeted group message channels to streamline collaboration and ensure timely information sharing. So don't forget to utilise your multimedia uploads to enrich messages and convey information effectively, because this is really important. As we know, text messaging and any way that is just in written form without the tonality and the clear communication can actually have a detrimental effect. So be very mindful of that. So when you're using multimedia uploads to enrich these messages, make sure it's positive. All of your communication needs to be positive, and ensure all communication tools are mobile friendly, and making sure that all your staff are on mobiles and they've got connectivity. And if it's using the data, that could be a problem. So use the Wi-Fi to accommodate staff working different schedules or different locations. So really be mindful of what that entails for your team. Ask them, do a mind map, question them, ask for ideas. What would they like to see? Is it a platform that they can use? Is it a software that they enjoy? Check it out, review, as I said last week, review and assess and change where necessary. Because by leveraging any of these tools or strategies in hospitality businesses can effectively manage communication within a flexible workforce, and it maintains your high standards of service and team cohesion, despite if you've got varied schedules and locations. So it's really helpful. We have to change in our industry, change for the positive, for the better. There is so many tools out there, so many platforms out there. There is so many new areas to progress with this. But remember, consistency is key. Remember, not just consistency, but clarity, positivity is a must. And whatever is said on there, it's got to be transparent, clear, and it's got to be consistently told in the right tonality as well. So there's no hidden agendas and no issues. But it is really good that anybody wants to pick up some extra shifts, they can pick it up. If somebody can't make it, there's an illness or anything like that, if you've got something, and we'll say as basic as WhatsApp, where everybody's on, saying this is available, this shift's available tonight because somebody's just called in sick. You never know, you could actually help and support. Maybe collaborate with other businesses, see if they want to have, a group, as in your local destination, a group for anybody who wants to pick up shifts. In London, there's an app that's been tested out. I think it's being used now. Slinger, I think it's called, which is all about picking up extra shifts, and it would be great to actually have a look at that to see how that transfers and how transparent it is with the skills, knowledge and experience for different businesses and how you manage that. So it'd be great to see that. But there's so many opportunities out there, and technology is helping our industry so well at the moment, and it's just about embracing the new technology and helping support your business. As always, I'm here to help and support you, Alison at ajlakes.com. I'd be grateful if you press subscribe and sharing is caring. If there's anybody you know who needs to hear this message today, and if you'd like to hear more on the frequently asked questions on a Friday, please message me on any of my social media channels, or message me on an email, Alison at ajlakes.com, because I'm here to help and support a million busy business owners and managers to live their best lives. And this is why I set up this channel, to make sure that I can help and support you in your challenging times. So if you've got any questions that you want answering, it's highly confidential. I won't be communicating who it is, but please let me know, and then I can help and support you by offering this free advice. So may I wish you a happy Friday, everybody, and a happy weekend. Take care. Thank you. Bye-bye.